Now, why would anybody be interested in an Integra Type S to begin with? Like, what's the purpose of this car?
The purpose of this car? That's a good question. I think it's just a fun sports sedan. You know, if you need a sedan for an everyday car, why not have a little bit of fun with it, have that 6-speed manual, and enjoy driving?
I guess you can't beat that. So not only is it versatile because you can still have the family, but on top of that, you still get the speed and you get that just manual like that.
You get the raw driving feel.
Yeah.
So many cars getting rid of this, and it just connects you with the car.
It truly does.
You've been driving this car more than I have this week.
I seriously have. And I've had way too much fun. As someone who drives an automatic and really just learned how to drive a manual car,
yeah, in the last couple months, yeah, you really just learned.
I don't even think I want to.
You're gonna start looking for a manual
car? My car. But I get it. I seriously do, especially like with us being in that end of Gen Z, close to millennial. Like we didn't really grow up with manuals like that, unless your family were car enthusiasts, whatever the case is, right? But I think most people don't really grow up with manuals now, especially now, right?
Right.
But once you learn how to drive it, I'm like, dang, automatic is way too easy and boring.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, like, I had to ask my dad to teach me how to drive manual, you know, and it was definitely something that I wanted to learn. It wasn't something that he would have been like, hey, you're learning how to drive manual, you know? And when we're both car enthusiasts, so.
There's that.
But it just, they've fallen out of fashion, and he hasn't owned one in years. Ooh.
Oh my God. Stepping inside the Integra Type S, you'll find an interior that marries style and technology, featuring a striking two-tone white and black seats. When starting the car, there's an animation on the gauge that welcomes you, showcasing the intuitive interface. The digital gauge cluster shines with detail and customization options, allowing drivers to tailor their experience. And when the sun sets, the interior lights adds an ambient touch that truly makes the cabin a pleasant place to be. A 9-inch infotainment system can be found in the center, featuring wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto.
However, it's not without its compromises. The passenger seat adjusts manually, and the driver might miss the convenience of memory seats. The rear cabin skips out on air vents, USB ports, and power outlets. And while the center seat is removed for more space, an armrest is noticeably absent. Comfort is a mixed bag. There's ample legroom, but taller passengers might find the headroom lacking. Dude. So this Acura Integra, it's got a 2-liter turbo, 320 horsepower.
It's pretty respectable.
Not bad.
How fast from 0 to 60?
0 to 60 is a 5.2 seconds.
Not bad.
Not bad. Not at all bad for a daily car, and especially not bad for a front-wheel drive car that only comes in a manual transmission. You can't get an automatic or a dual clutch or anything like that. So, feels so good.
And it sounds so good.
It is, oh my God, I love this car.
How's the steering? How's the shifting? Tell us about it.
So obviously, it is a very direct steering car. It feels super straightforward. It's like where you put the steering wheel, that's where it's gonna go. It feels good to drive. It is fun to drive. I mean, there's burbles. Get it right around 4,000 RPM, and it just blah, 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 blah.
It sounds so good, especially from the outside.
Outside, I know it's got surprisingly well insulation. It's hard to hear it when you don't have the windows rolled down or anything like that. But I can't complain.
I can't either. I will say at high speeds, there is a little bit of wind noise.
That's fair, yeah.
On the highway?
On the highway, yeah.
But
no, I
overall,
agree. I agree.
It's a quiet car, especially. It's still luxury.
Absolutely.
It's sporty, but you still get that hint of luxury.
Right. It's a sporty, luxurious sedan. And can't complain. I mean, I've talked about how I'm not a sedan guy, but I would own this sedan.
Yeah, me too, hands down. So let's talk about some things we love and hate about this car. I'm going to go ahead and say, I love the fact that it's a hatchback that doesn't look like a hatchback.
That's true. I really didn't realize it was a hatchback. until we popped the trunk there and it was like, whoa, okay, here it is. You know, my love would be that it's a manual. It's that 6-speed manual transmission, you know, save the manuals.
Right. Now, hey, honestly, this is really nitpicky because I really couldn't find anything that I hate about this car.
Right.
My first hate would probably be space. Now, mind you, this is a sedan, so you're typically gonna have passengers in this vehicle with you, but there's not that much legroom or headroom, and the middle seat is essentially useless.
There isn't a middle seat. There's not a seat belt for it. It is just cup holders. And I kind of agree with you there on the kind of the comfort. You know, there should be, that would go into my hate, there should be a armrest in the back seat there. There isn't one. You know, if they're gonna delete the seat, they should put an armrest.
Seriously.
And then also another sort of like, it's still nitpicky, but a part of it is your seat is manual.
Yeah, which,
you know,
literally like...
Yeah,
like,
which they deleted that in the Type S. You know, like they've got that on the other trim models. And same with the memory seats.
Yeah.
They deleted the memory seats for the Type S.
Well, I will have to give them credit for this two-tone look though.
Yeah, I agree.
Just look at it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. The Integra Type S is an absolute head turner with its functional hood vent giving it an aggressive and sporty look. The wide body kit not only adds to the aesthetic but also enhances its performance. Up front, you've got full LED headlights that provide exceptional visibility and add a sleek touch to the design. The carbon fiber spoiler on the back isn't just for show, it improves aerodynamics. And to top it all off, the tri-tip center exit exhaust gives the Integra Type S a distinct and powerful sound. This car is a perfect blend of style and functionality. All right, this has been the Acura Integra Type S.
And it's been a lot of fun driving this car, to say the least.
An absolute blast, especially that 6-speed manual.
I still can't get over it, man. I'm really curious to see how it compares to the Type R.
I am too, so hopefully we can put something together and try that one. I don't know, let us know in the comments below if you want to see that video.
Seriously.
And,
now, other than that, I think we've talked about everything, right?
Yeah, that wraps it up. But make sure if you want to see any more content on this, we've done some vertical video over on our Instagram, TikTok, and of course here on YouTube at Everything Auto.
Make sure you follow and subscribe.
Subscribe, yes please.
Channel.
Hit the notification bell. And
that's all we want.
That's hold it for ransom. All right.
Man, let's go. Let's go drive this again.
Yeah, all right, let's drive it.